Hey guys, so today we're going to look at our solar setup. Just got it all wired up today. It's just roughed in right now. So I got two 12-volt 100 amp hour batteries wired up in parallel. So it's a 12-volt system. And then I have a Rich Solar 20 amp MPPT solar charge controller. So from the batteries, we go to a 150 amp breaker. Then off of that load side of the breaker, we have a wire going to a 12-volt fuse panel, and then to our pure sine wave reliable 3,000 watt inverter. So this is a 12-volt inverter, 3,000 watt, which I don't plan on using any of that really. So eventually we're going to wire up some 12-volt lights in here. We have some of these things here to wire up, where you have the USB ports, the cigarette lighter ports. It also shows you what kind of voltage you're drawing, or what voltage you have come through your system. I got some lights for the interior and a couple 12-volt lights for the exterior. So not too much required here. I got the old TV plugged into the inverter. That's the only thing I have plugged in right now. You know, occasionally we watch a movie or DVD, or you know, some kind of TV series that we have DVDs of, just as we're going to sleep. Just a little bit ago, Erica took a nap, and you know, she had Hank Hill in. But that's our little solar setup. So what's charging all this is 400 watt solar panels from Renogy. So you can see right now we're charging the batteries 14.2, and then this inverter is reading 14.2 also, so they're reading the same amount. I have the wires coming in from the solar panels in a 1-inch conduit coming up through the floor of the shed cabin, and then it comes out here down from underneath the cabin, runs along the ground, then over to my solar panels. Like I said, I had 400 watt Renogy panels. Built that rack last time I was out here and got all those mounted. Got the cable ran. I just ran out of time and never got to finish it. So this morning, I got the charge controller hooked up. I cut the cables to the right length, put the ends on it, you know, crimped the ends. I just wanted to test everything out first before, so I'm going to get a little short piece of conduit here, and then a 90, and then which I may, depending on, I have to see how the 90 fits. I may just need a 90 right here, because I'm going to box this in with just a couple 2x4s and some strips of plywood, and then some plywood covers, you know, so just so it looks a little bit neater, and I can paint the 2x4s and the plywood and everything white, so it just kind of blends in. It doesn't look like all these wires and all this stuff, but you still have access to it. And then I wanted to put everything at a nice level so it's easily to look at and reach and everything. So I didn't bring my Fluke multimeter out here this week, so I'm not able to check everything that I wanted to, but everything's working right now. It's charging the batteries. The way I have it set up, this is basically facing south. This direction here is west, and directly opposite that, that's where the sun comes up, is east. So we got good sun down through this strip that I had cleared out. This all used to be trees. I had this cleared out 2 years ago. May need to trim back this big maple a little bit, but and a couple of these branches that are growing out. But a lot of this stuff down through this side here I want to keep, just to give us a little bit of shade. Not a lot, but a place to get out of the sun. Also, last time we were down here, we got some limestone delivered, so I got a load put down through here, which it still needs a little bit more, a couple loads, maybe pickup truck loads, and just clean up some of the corners and stuff that he had a hard time dumping on because of the hill, and then it was off camber here. So he did a pretty good job down through here. And then the original tailgate, or the original driveway, he tailgated all the way from my truck all the way to the end down there, and just put a second coat on it because we got a load last year. So that's what's going on so far today down in the mountains.